Hey everyone, I am excited to share these videos with you. This is week 1 of our Diamond Dash mentorship. You'll see a couple of videos from Keith Callahan and then one from Hayley Christian, who's my success partner, talking all about creating vision, how Keith became a millionaire in 3.5 years, and then from Hayley, how she invites people to the business and how she strikes up conversations. So I'm excited to share this with you. Let me know below once you have completely watched this entire video, and then we can discuss any questions that you guys have.
All right, guys, so I am fired up. Going to give this a minute for people to start popping on here, but just, if you're willing, go ahead and just state hey, Lauren, just say hi to him. And, the reason that Pat put this group together, and the reason that he invited me in here is really for the long-term vision and for the way that I build. And there's so many different ways to build this business, but I have this philosophy on building a business that lasts and building a business that is going to stay here whether or not you're doing the business. So if you take a year or two off, is your business going to still continue to grow? If you have if you have some things that happen in your business, if you have people that leave and go elsewhere, like there's just all types of different things that can happen. The thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to build a business that was recession proof. I wanted to build a business that didn't matter what was going on with Beachbody. Like, I really wanted to focus in and build a business that the easiest way to say it was built to last. So that's what I'm going to really focus on today. Like, how do you build a business that lasts? And I'm going to paint the big picture for you. So over the next week, just know that, like, I'm going to give you a lot of very practical, take back out there into the business world stuff. But what my job is over the next week is really to paint the big picture for you, paint a picture of what's possible in this business, and paint a picture that this is something that you can do. And I guess I'll start there because it's an honor to be in this group with the 4 other women that are doing this. So I know that both Pat and I really, we recruit the same way. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have the recruiting skills that the women in this group do. And I want to share a stat with you. This will be the stat that helps you to understand that if you're not this massive recruiter, you can still be successful in this business. So one of the things that Pat shared the other day was that we have, when I say we, I always say we, my wife and I, we have 30,000 coaches on our team. It's fluctuating right around 30,000 right now. So 30,000 coaches, right? And that's an unfathomable number when you're first starting out as a coach. We also have over 25 5-star diamond and above coaches. And we also have over 600 lifetime diamond coaches. So let me just repeat that, because I want to make sure everybody hears that, and then I want you to hear the next number. So we have over 30,000 coaches. We have over 600 lifetime diamond coaches and over 25 5-star diamond and above coaches. Thumbs up or heart if you want to understand how we created that over a 6-year period. So here's the crazy part. I've only personally sponsored right around 130 coaches. Not last year, not this year. In the history of my coaching business. So we built a team of over 600 diamond coaches, 25 five-star diamond and above, and 30,000 coaches. But I've only personally sponsored right around 130 coaches. And the part that I'm going to share with you is how we went about doing that. Like, how's that possible? How do you build that type of business? How are you, because for most of us, the other day I saw, and another crazy statistic is the highest success club I've ever hit is Success Club 17. And there's so many coaches in this network that, again, I look up to the women on this call. I don't have the recruiting skills that they do. I don't have there's probably a lot of you that are on this getting trained that I don't have the recruiting skills that you have. So I want to share with you the philosophy that I took building this business. And it all started at a summit. So I was at a summit, and the first summit that I went to, and I was sort of sitting back, I was watching, I was intimidated, right? It's the first time going to a summit, and it was like, this is different. This is intimidating. This is like it's like Facebook comes alive, right? All these people that you look up to in this business and that you've been watching, now they're all there right in front of you, right? So if you get a chance at Summit, there's always like this special section where the top coaches sit, right? And I was eager. I wanted to learn. I wasn't in that special section yet. So I wanted to make sure I was one of the first people into the summit to be able to sit right behind where all the top coaches are sitting. And I noticed something, and this is where I set a long-term vision for how I wanted to build my business. So one of the most important things that I took from last night's call was Amy had mentioned that when she started this business, when she really got serious about it, she set a long-term vision. She set a 5-year vision, a 10-year vision for what she wanted her business to look like. And then she did the activities on a day-to-day basis based on that 5-year vision. And here's how it happened for me. How it happened for me was I saw a bunch of people getting recognized. I saw 15-star diamonds getting recognized. I saw the top 10 getting recognized. I saw top coaches getting recognized. And then I saw this little group, it was about 20 people at the time, and they were sitting at chairs that had black banners on the chairs. And I was like, that's weird. Who are these people? And the people that were sitting at these chairs were not 15-star diamonds. Most of them were not even 10-star diamonds at the time. And I hadn't really heard of a lot of them. So sitting on these chairs were Doug Fitzgerald, Tracy Morrow, Blake and Angie Warrington, Monica Ward, Robert Hudgens, Pete Pena. So a few of these are now 15-star diamond coaches, but at the time, none of them were. And what I learned was these were the coaches in the Millionaires Club. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, how come they're in the Millionaires Club and I don't know who they are? You know what I mean? Like the company was a little smaller then. And it was like, I didn't see Blake Warrington walking across stage. Like, what does this mean? What's the Millionaires Club about? And the Millionaires Club was once you reach cumulative earnings of $1 million. And I decided that I wanted to set that as my number one goal. So when I first started in this business, I set a 5-year goal to be in the Millionaires Club. We hit that within 3.5 years. And so we want to keep this. Patrick told me, you got to keep it quick, Keith. I'm like a storyteller guy and I can go on and on. So what I'm going to really lay out for you today over the next 5 to 10 minutes is how we went about building a business that got us into the Millionaires Club, and how we went about, how do you build a team of 100 or 300 of 30,000 coaches, but only sign up 130, right? So The first thing is that I set that long-term vision right from the start. And I did this with a success partner, and we both set this as a goal. Like, we made it serious. We shook hands on it. We talked about it. Like, everything that we did from now on was going to be about building a business that supported that vision. So the first thing we did is set a long-term goal with it. And again, I'm going to give you, this was my plan. This was my layout, because I didn't have the skills I didn't have the recruiting skills. So I had to learn how to really build this business in a different way, really in an old school network marketing way. And the second thing that I did is I decided to focus on building an organization. So I decided that, and a couple things around this was, I decided that it was more important what my people were doing than what I was doing. It was more important that my people were getting recognized than I was getting recognized. It was more important for me to start a duplication process than to sign up another coach. And the things that I decided to focus on was, I wanted to build a team of teams. This was the piece. And I have a lot of, again, I'll be honest with you guys, like, I am awful at everything in Beachbody except for this one part. So I don't want it to sound like I'm tooting my own horn or anything like that, but I've had a ton of leaders, a ton of top leaders, a ton of top 10 coaches, a ton of 15-star diamonds that want to understand this piece to building the business. And I focused on a few things. It was building a team of teams. And what does that mean? That means that I wanted to focus on helping other people develop their team, helping other people build their team. I didn't want it to be Keith Callahan, my team name's the tribe, like Keith Callahan, the tribe, and you're a member of the tribe, and everybody that comes in is just a member of the tribe. And I got dirt on my chin. So we have a team that some of the people that have been with us for 6 or 7 years, they're a team member. They never went out and built their own team. But I wanted to help those leaders, those people that really raised their hands, those people that really stood up and said, I want this. I wanted to help them build a team. So I focused on building a team of teams. The more important than just building my team was building other teams, was helping leaders like Liz Hartke and Hayley Christian and Tony Furtado and Nicole Jones and Jesse Vanderberg and Tanya Lannis, like helping them to become a leader of their own teams. So if you're looking to build a big business, that's my number one piece of advice. And again, I'm painting the big picture for you, long term. You want to be a leader of leaders and be a team of teams. And so I just jumped into the second part. So it was a team of teams, and then I wanted to be a leader of leaders. If you want to know the recipe for having a business, so again, I started this on building a business to last. If you want to know the recipe for building a business that is 100% dependent on you, be a leader of followers. If you're a leader of followers, what happens is if you stop your business, if Keith stops working, the business stops. If Keith goes on vacation, the business stops. If Keith I took a year and a half off to spend time with my family. And that's when we grew from like 15,000 coaches to 25,000 coaches, because we had this entire foundation set. So focus on, instead of becoming a leader of followers, instead of needing everyone to recognize you, to love you, to like your posts, focus on putting your people up. And a lot of you guys are just starting out as coaches. You need to get there yourself before you can help others do that. But that was the long-term vision, a team of teams, a leader of leaders. All right, here's the piece that you guys are probably waiting for. I'm probably going to get flack from some people on this, but I have to speak from my heart. I have to give it the way that I built the business and what worked for me. And again, before saying any of this, I I wish I had the opportunity to recruit like some of the leaders in here. I wish I had the opportunity. I think that someday I might get to 15-star diamond, but I don't know. Like, I just don't recruit enough coaches for that. So here was the skeleton on what I decided to focus on, and it was exactly how we built. And it was the piece that allows me to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, not just today, not tomorrow, but for the rest of my life. Like, this business has totally hooked us up. It's allowed us to make millions upon millions of dollars and help hundreds of thousands of people with all of the customers that are in the downline and stuff. So number one goal is getting yourself to diamond. That's what this group is about. Number one goal is doing whatever it takes, making those sacrifices, get yourself to diamond. This group isn't about these trainings. What this group is really about is you put 20 bucks in to win the pot. Claim it. Put your stake in the ground. Crown yourself, right? Crown yourself king. Crown yourself queen. The most important thing you can do is actually win that pot. It's going to tie into part of the training that I'm doing tomorrow. But see, so here's your number one goal. Get yourself to diamond. Here was my number two goal. My number two goal was getting my spouse, my wife, to diamond. Right away. Get myself to diamond, get my spouse to diamond. My number three goal, next goal, was 2-star diamond. If you don't know this, the most important rank in this business for building long-term stable financial success is a spouse. And when I say a spouse, it could be a sister, it could be a parent, something like that if you don't have a spouse. But get your spouse to diamond, and then getting your 2-star diamond. Get to 2-star diamond. The reason that it's the most important goal, it's not because you start getting bonuses. It's not because you're recognized as a 2-star diamond. It's because you get to open a second business center. I'm not going to go into deep training on that, but if you don't know why it's important to open a business center, message your upline sponsor. They'll plug you into a training that'll get you there. So you get to diamond, you get your spouse to diamond, get to your second business center open. Here's what I think is the next goal, and it's the big, big one. It's getting to 5-star diamond. Getting to 5-star diamond, you get to a different place within Beachbody. You get put on the wall, right? It's like when you get on the wall, it's literally you're starstruck. So you get put in the wall, and you get to interact with all these coaches that you've been watching. All these coaches. And I won't say much more about 5-star diamond. Here's where my business plan differs from a lot of people. And here's the piece that I've worked with a lot of coaches on making a shift. I personally believe once you get to 5-star diamond, that I took the focus off building my business. And my next goal, instead of getting to 10 or 15-star, which I don't discourage anyone from doing, I'm just sharing what I did. My next goal was to build 5-star diamonds underneath me. This is the piece that was, whenever I do this presentation, it's very different than what most coaches are being taught. So the goal after getting to 5-star diamond was build 5-star diamonds underneath me. And these do not have to be personally sponsored coaches. Again, very different than what Beachbody is going to train you on and what you may have been hearing. The reason for this, and I was taught this, I had some amazing mentors when I first started in this business. They told me that if you build 5-star diamonds, this business will totally run away from you, and you'll totally lose control of it in a good way. Like, it's just going to grow and grow and grow. So building 5-star diamonds underneath you. And what a lot of the coaches that I work with, a lot of the really higher level coaches on my team, what they've done is they've taken it another level, and they build their 5 stars, and then they slowly build up and rank to 10-star and 15-star diamond. Crazy thing that I had happen the other day. So understand this. There's nothing wrong with going for rank. There's nothing wrong with going for recognition. You have to go on what you thrive on, right? You have to go on what you thrive on. Rank and recognition, or rank does not equate to income. Let me repeat that. Because you get 5-star diamond, 10-star diamond, 15-star diamond, that does not mean you increase your income. You will increase it because you get the bonuses. And here's the second piece. Never, ever, ever build a business to try and get a bonus. That is the biggest thing that will destroy your business. If you're trying to build a business to hold rank, what I've seen is someone will get 10-star and they get that bonus, and they want that bonus so bad, and now they spend the next year or two trying to hold that bonus, trying to keep these diamonds afloat. Here's another thing. You're going to have people that fall in rank. You're going to have people that fall in rank. The bonuses are just that. They're bonuses. Nothing more. If you get them, awesome. But I've watched coaches, they get to 10-star and then they try everything they can to hold that 10-star, and then they never develop any leaders, and their business is entirely built on them. And all they're trying to do is plug these holes. Rank is not, I'm not saying don't rank up, don't rank advance. It's awesome. Just don't depend on it for your income. So what we're talking about when you're building diamond and then spouse to diamond and 2-star, 5-star, and then the most important piece, building your 5 5-stars, you build a business that if your rank falls, it falls. It doesn't matter. You're going to get paid. And you're building a business that has leaders and it's pushed away from you, and it's going to operate with or without you. So that's the skeleton, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to...
All right, so that's the end of that video, and I'm just going to go right on to the next one. Hope you guys are taking notes on this. Awesome stuff. And here's the next video here.
Guys, how is everybody doing? I think it's fine. Michelle, what does the day-to-day look like for building a big business? And I'm gonna share what my day-to-day looked like, and especially what it looked like in the beginning. So I'm gonna share that, but the overarching theme that I'm gonna share today, we talked a little bit about this in with the leaders. We talked a little bit in a private group about what the day-to-day looks like, and everybody's is pretty much the same. Before we get into that, though, you have to sit through one of my stories, and this one, man, the story always gets me. So if you haven't listened to, or I shouldn't say if you haven't listened to, so we were talking the other day, and I think it was on the intro call. Amy was talking a little bit about meditation, and I'm a big meditator as well. And one of the podcasts I listen to, I like to listen to a lot of podcasts, is Tara Brach, B-R-A-C-H. So anyways, this story is a story. So Tara's podcast is set up. It's done it with 2 different types of podcasts. Every other one is a guided meditation, and then every other one is a story. And so anyways, I'm driving down the road, and I've got my two of the 4 kids in the back of my truck, and this short story comes on the meditation podcast. And the story was told in the first person. So I'm gonna tell it just like I heard it. So the story is about a guy named Steven, and Steven's telling the story, and it starts like this. It starts that I was just starting out in a new school. So Steven was a high school kid, a freshman in high school. And I was just starting out in a new school, and I was excited, but I was also nervous to start in this new school because it was for the last school I was in. I didn't really fit in, and I didn't really know how to fit into that school. So I was starting at this new school, and I messed up. All right, so Steven's starting at this new school. This other guy is telling the story in his first person. I haven't told the story in a while. So anyways, here's how it goes. I was walking down the hall. You know, it's a high school hall, and I'm walking down the hall, and this new guy is at our school, and he's at his locker. And you know, like a high school, right? It's got the lockers all on the sides, and he's at the locker, and he's just disheveled. Like he's got all of his books coming out of his locker, and like some of the books are falling on the ground, and he's like bending over and he's trying to pick them up, and he's just a mess, right? So when I walked and started getting closer to him, and as I started getting closer, I was going to just walk by him, and then for some reason I decided to I bent down and I picked up one of his books, and I was down on the ground. I picked up the book, and he was standing above me, and I handed the book up, and he's looking down at me, and I'd never seen anybody look at me like this before. It was just this sincere gratitude, and all I did was pick up a book. So anyways, I learned that his name was Steven. He was new to the school. We actually wound up walking home that day together, and we wound up walking home that day together, and we started to become friends. And he was kind of geeky. He was uncomfortable with himself. He just wasn't comfortable in his own skin. He didn't know really how to interact with people or anything like that. But yeah, we became friends. We started walking back and forth to school together. And over time, I actually started to get a little bit jealous of Steve. And I had started to have a little bit of envy. You see, he started to grow into his own. He started to become this really good-looking guy, you know, sophomore, junior, senior year. He became one of the star players on the football team. And not only that, he was just a kind, compassionate person. He always had, like, the most beautiful girl in the school that he was dating. And, you know, eventually he became the valedictorian of our class. And, you know, he was a prom king. Like that was the type of guy that Steven turned into. Definitely not the same dude when I met him. So anyways, we were getting ready for our graduation, and Steven was the valedictorian. So he was going to be giving the valedictorian speech. And we were, you know, he was going to be going off. He was actually going off to school at Yale, and he was going to play football there. And I think he was going to, you know, it was like biochemistry or something that he was going to study. And so the graduation day came upon us, and I was sitting behind Steven, and it was, you know, the graduation was going, and I knew he was going to have to give his speech. So I saw that he was nervous. So I put my hand on his shoulder, and all I said to him was, "You're going to do great. You're going to be able to do this." And that same look that he gave me freshman year at his locker when I picked up his book, it was just this thank you. Like I could see it in his eyes. There was a sadness and a gratitude, like all at the same time. So anyway, Steven gets up there and he starts doing his valedictorian graduation speech, right? And he's doing this speech, and he starts on about how during this time in our lives, what we really can focus in on is the gratitude that we have. And he said, you know, it starts at home, and just being grateful for our parents, grateful for being able to be in this world, and grateful for our brothers and sisters. And even if we we didn't have the best home life, we can still find gratitude. And then he said, and also during this time, we can have gratitude for our teachers. And he told a couple little side stories about some of the stuff that his teachers had done for him. And then he started to well up a little bit. And he said, but the most important thing is really just the friendships that we formed during our high school years. And these are friendships that we'll never forget. These are things that we can take with us for the rest of our lives. And he said, friends, I want to tell you something, and I don't want you to ever forget it. When you leave here and you go out there in the world, never forget that reaching out and helping somebody, even if you don't necessarily want to, is something that you want to do for the rest of your life. And he said, when I first moved here freshman year, I moved from a school and I didn't get along in that school, and I got picked on a lot, and I was really sad and I was really depressed. And I moved here, and the same thing happened to me on my first day. I was walking down the hall, and a bunch of the seniors came by, and they knocked my books out of my hand. And I knew it was going to be the same thing. And he said I had I was just at my wit's end, and I had been picked on my whole entire life. So at the end of my first day of school, I was clearing out my entire locker. I was clearing out my locker and taking all of my books out of my locker, and I was scared and I was shaky, and I wasn't really present. And he said, the reason that I was clearing the books out of my locker is because I was going to go home that day and I was going to kill myself. And I didn't want I knew my parents were going to have a lot to deal with, and I didn't want them to have to deal with another thing. I didn't want them to have to go to the school and clear the books out of my locker. And he said, but when I was clearing the books out and they all fell on the ground, a friend came over, and all he did was take a book, pick it up, and hand it to me. All he did was go out of his way to care about me. And that's the reason that I'm here today. That's the reason that I've been able to live the life that I live. That's the reason that I've been able to enjoy everything that's going on in my life. And he ends his valedictorian speech there. And I'm in the car with the kids, right? So now this is Keith talking. I'm not that story again. So I'm in the car with my kids, and I'm literally like tears coming down my eyes. And I was like, holy cow, that's it. Because you're going to get all the training in the world. Here's the deal, though. One of the hard things is we're afraid to talk to people about our life-changing, life-saving opportunity, both in health and fitness and financially. And what happens is we walk by Stevens every single day because we're too afraid of what our little ego's saying, like, are they going to make fun of me? Is somebody going to say no? Whatever it is, right? And I want you to hear this. The easiest way to start thinking about this business, the easiest way to start sharing our products, the easiest way to start sharing the business opportunity is to start thinking about the way that you felt when you did one of our programs 100%. Because that's what we're selling. We're not selling this huge weight loss. We're not selling T25 and P90X and Chalene Extreme. We're not selling Shakeology. What you're selling and what we have to offer is the ability to help someone's endorphins go up, the ability to help somebody belong, the ability to help somebody that has tried diet after diet after diet and they've failed over and over and over again. That's what it is that we're selling. And when we focus on that, we literally, I'm telling you, there are lots and lots and lots, hundreds, probably even thousands of people that their life has been saved by this company. They are alive today because of this company. And when we focus on that, rather than our tiny little fear or our laziness, and I'll tell you what, if you're getting distracted on Facebook and you're not doing your invites and you're not doing your follow-ups, that's what it is. It's lazy. If we're getting distracted by that and not going out and doing the work, we're not doing right in this world. We're not doing right by this business because so many of us are playing small in this business. So how do you do that? Like, how does it look on a daily basis? I'm gonna blast through this, guys. I'm a storyteller. Like, I could tell stories all day long. How do you build a business that's built to last? A lot of you guys are going to be disappointed in this. You really are. You know it already. I'm gonna simplify it for you, but you know it already. The first thing is you need to stay in phase one. What is phase one? Phase one is doing your daily activities, doing your daily disciplines. And here's what I believe they are for a new coach. The first thing is you have to be working out and you have to be on a fitness journey yourself. That should be automatic. It should be something that you don't really have to think about. The second thing, and this part's work for a lot of us, is you have to be eating clean. For those of you that are, hitting booze every night, I'm not saying that you need to quit, but if you're really looking to build this business and you're drinking 2, 3, 4, 5 glasses of wine multiple nights a week, it might be time to let it go. Like, that's daily disciplines to me. Doing your power hour is a daily discipline. Right? And what do we mean by power hour? You can get this done in an hour if you're insanely focused. On Friday, I'm actually having a guest speaker for my day on Friday. So on Friday, Hayley Christian's going to talk about, she has this thing called her Gangsta Rap Power Hour. It's awesome. But you can get a lot done in an hour if you're focused and if you're not getting distracted by Facebook. So doing your power hour.
He basically just goes over the rest of the vital behaviors, which you guys know or can find in the new coach checklist. But I'm going to share this last video here. And this is Hayley's, how she invites people, how she sits down and talks to new people every single day. So I want you guys to follow this system. This is what I use as well, and it works. And also remember that the more people that you talk to, the more people that will join you. So if you're doing this and you're not getting enough people signing up and you want to sign up more people quicker, then just make your list longer. Talk to more people every day. So here's her video, and then we'll review some notes at the end, and that'll be it for this week.
So my name is Hayley Christian, and I do have to say thank you so much to Keith Callahan for giving me this opportunity to do this in front of you guys. I am nothing like him. I'm like the opposite, but I love him so much. And I just want to say that I have to warn you, I am super shy. Probably one of the shyest people you'll ever meet. But he always taught me to be a yes person. So he always said, be a yes person, you'll figure it out along the way. So that's what I am when he asked me to be a part of this. And then to do one of his trainings, I was like, barf city, I can't do that. But of course I said yes, and I'll figure it out. no matter how scared I am, no matter how bad I want to die. So, guys, if I can do this, anyone can do it, because like I said, I'm super shy. Like I used to have really bad anxiety, not so much anymore. This video is pretty tough on the old heart, but I'm doing it. I knew nothing about Facebook. I actually hated Facebook. I probably only posted like once every couple of months when I went to a concert. I hated selfies. I deleted people that did selfies. And I hope that you guys know I'm not like ignoring your comments. I just can't do both. I can't read and keep going. So I'll do that after. So yeah, I deleted people that did selfies. I thought they were gross. I just didn't like happy people. It just didn't make any sense to me. I failed all computer classes. If I had to do a presentation in school, I would just tell the teacher to fail me. Like, just fail me. I'll just make sure I do all my homework, okay? I'm not doing that. So this is such a huge deal to me. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. So before coaching, actually while I started coaching, I worked 19 hours a day. No BS. Sorry, I might swear sometimes. I'm going to try so hard not to. But 19 hours a day, 9 to 5 doing hair, and 5 to 3 o'clock in the morning as a bartender. And I was a bartender for 10 years. That shit got old. Watching your friends going away to college while you serve them, and then having them graduate college and having you still be their server. It's a shitty feeling. And to get through my days, I tried to like be somebody else, because like I said, I'm shy. I have like anxiety. I tried to like be someone else. So I would buy Adderall off of people. I don't know if you know what that is, but you can Google it. But I just don't have ADD or ADHD. I just bought it off people to help me like be happy and have like energy. And at night, I was always a drunk bartender. Like, I would never not drink. I needed to do it to smile, even though I was known as the bitch bartender. But anyways, I was a drunk bartender. So guys, it's just like that wasn't living. And over time, all those feelings just like caught up. And I didn't really know I had anxiety until like all those feelings did catch up. I was like, oh my God, like I have to call my husband to say goodnight. I can't go to sleep with him. I can never wake up with him. What is living? At the time I had a brand new nephew. I'm like, I can't even see him. Like, I didn't have a life. 19 hours, guys. So I ended up getting really bad anxiety, like panic attacks. Like, it's so bad having a panic attack when you're cutting hair. For me, I couldn't feel my hands. I started like not being able to see. Can't do that cutting hair. You can't do that holding glass in your hands. So I randomly got this opportunity, and my sister, she knew Keith, and she knew him through a yoga studio. So I just thank God, and I like thank God every single day that I met him. And of course, when I first started talking to him, she was like, I know this guy, my sister. I know this guy that seems to be pretty successful with Beachbody. Because, guys, side note, the one thing I finally started doing for myself, I started P90X because I had it. And that was the one thing that made me feel like I had a purpose, that like it made me smile. So my sister was like, how's life? And I'm like, I hate it. I wish I could work for Beachbody. Of course, I didn't like Facebook. I didn't know there was coaches. I didn't know I could help people. And she's like, I know some guy. And so that's how I met Keith. And I'm like, whatever. She's like, well, I'm going to get you in touch with them. I said, fine, whatever. I got on a call with them. Of course, I think everything's a scam. While I'm on the call with them, I was like, sure, yeah, here's my card number. Here's this. Yeah, sign up. Of course, I didn't think it was real, but like, I didn't think he was making up stories for me. So I was like, okay, if I could quit one of those jobs, I think that would be really cool. I do like the workouts, make me feel happy. So I went all in. This is like so part of my story, because I went all in for my first year and a half. I got diamond quickly because I had like a competition, and I love competitions like this, training. And I was like, I'm winning. I won, and then I stayed because I was too scared to get uncomfortable. Like, I acted like I was a tough broad. I was not tough, and I was so scared. I was so scared of what people thought of me all the time, but I acted tough. Like, I don't care. Like, but I cared so much, so that's why I stayed the same. I was able to quit both of those jobs, though. AKA, I lied. I quit the hairdressing job. That was scary. But, you know, I was a full-time Beachbody coach, but the weeks that I didn't make enough money, I would pick up a bar shift. Of course, they would let me pick it up because I worked there for 10 years. So I picked it up every week because I never got uncomfortable. So like I'm a full-time coach / not at all. But then I'm like, I can't be all talk forever. I can't be all talk forever. It's so embarrassing. How many of you guys have been to Summit? Like, oh my God, I want to be like a 5-star next Summit. And you're not. You're the same exact because you're too scared. And that was me. I'm like, I can't be all talk anymore. It's embarrassing. It's like, how many more years am I going to do this? And then I moved. I had to move. I didn't have to move. I wanted to move from Boston, guys, to North Carolina just because I want to be warm pretty soon. I'm following Amy Silverman's footsteps. Amy, I'm coming for you. And going to an island. But, Hayley, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. See, this is what happens. I saw some hearts and I can't. So yes, sorry guys, this is me. 19 hours. Yes, I moved. Thank you. I moved, and my husband supposedly was gonna have like this really cool job, and you know, I'm a Beachbody coach, so I can make money, but that job fell through, and we had no money, and it was just me, and I was like, oh my God, there's no way, I can't do this. I could either go back to bartending, which I'd rather die, or actually make this a business. Of course, guys, I was scared, and I applied to all the jobs, all the bartending jobs, got all of them. I went to my favorite place that I thought was going to be cool, and I trained for one day, and I got in my car after the training session, and I started crying. I can't do that anymore. I want to go to sleep with my husband, make dinner with him, wake up with him. I want to serve people superfoods and help them with their life, not poison them. I can't do it anymore. So right then and there, I thought of this gangster rap connections, and this is what I want to talk about. I'm sorry if you have kids near you, but I'm going to swear a tiny bit because what I have in front of my computer, in front of my wherever I work, is hashtag don't be a bitch, hit send. That's it. I was so scared what people thought. But like, I watched actually a training that Amy Silverman said, you're not going to die. Sorry, my mom called. I knew that was going to happen. So this is what I do. I'm awkward. I'm not going to sit in an awkward, quiet room and try to message people because I'm going to be like, I can't. So this is what I do. I set a timer, and at first I was trying to do like an hour. Hour is too long for me, guys. I need like quick. I'm a procrastinator. I need something fast. So now, honestly, the Gangster Rap Connections, the list that I'm about to tell you about, takes longer than the actual Gangster Rap Connections. So, okay, I say Gangster Rap because choose any music that makes you come out. Okay, that makes me just, you know, really want to talk to people, be a little bit tough, battle all the objections. And if you have that hashtag don't be a bitch, hit send in front of you, you're gonna be like, just do it. It's a business. It's a business, hit send. It's a business, hit send. You're gonna do it anyway. So I have the music going, I have a timer going, and this is the names that I do. So the Gangster Rap Connections, you're gonna write a list of 26 names. And I say 26 names because there's 26 lines in a notebook. That's pretty simple, guys. I am so simple. The first couple names are your new friends. Your new friends that you requested yesterday because you're doing your job, right? You're requesting. So a couple friends. That's only like usually a short list. So don't overthink it. So with this Gangster Rap Connections, you can like and love whatever you want to do, but you must comment and message. It's like, I don't care if they haven't wrote on Facebook in 3 months, you must comment. If they're on that list, you must comment or message them no matter what. Hashtag don't be a bitch, hit send. So the first couple of names are new friends. Stop overthinking it. Just, they're new friends. They're not going to be an invite, okay? They're new friends. Oh my God, message them. Oh my God, I love your hair. Where'd you get it done? I need a new hairdresser. I just moved. Oh my God, I love your dog. I'm looking for a new dog. Where'd you get it? What kind of dog is it? And if you notice, all those things are questions, so they have to answer me back. And then the next couple of lines or whatever are thank you messages. Thank you messages from the people that liked your posts yesterday. And I say posts, okay? If you're doing your job like the other, vitals, this will all work out for you. If not, it won't. So you're going to have your thank you messages. Stop overthinking it. Hey, girl, or sorry, I keep saying girl, but that's just, mostly who I talk to. Hey, girl, thank you so much for the love and support. I don't think you understand how much it means to me. With the F, I wish it was Friday. With a pizza emoji or happy Friday pizza emoji. Guys, side note, use emojis. Stop using fake hearts and fake smiley faces. That, to me, is like you're working on me. So be yourself with your emojis and have fun with it. I just learned the other day, I was working from my phone forever because I hated the fake heart and fake smiley face. I just learned that you could do it from your computer. Anyways, thank yous always turn into natural invites. I'll talk about that in 1 second. And then the last little group of the 26 names are random people on your friends list. Because if you guys continue to only talk to the people that you see all the time on your friends list or whatever, on your Facebook, your business is not going to grow. You need to, how Facebook is, the whole algorithms or whatever. You need to, have more people see your stuff. So go to your Facebook friends list and write a bunch of names. Oh my God, I don't even know who that is. I must have requested her a long time ago. Didn't say anything to her. Oh my God, I haven't talked to her in 100 years. Write her name down. And then send her a message. Oh my God, I just saw your name pop up. I haven't talked to you in 100 years. How are you? That's it. It's not hard. All right, so that takes no time. Those quick messages take 5 minutes probably. The longest part is the list. So now you do not, unless you have time and you know they're going to sign up that day, you do not reply back to any of those people. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your other stuff, friend request stuff for your team or whatever. But do not reply because I'll tell you why. The next day, use the gangster rap connections to actually connect. That's what I do. I'm going to have a bunch of messages when I wake up in the morning, and I'm going to talk to all these people. So the new friends, like I said, are going to only be new friends. Stop thinking, how am I going to change this into an invite? Let that be a new friend, and if you post like a boss, it will work out. The thank yous, like I said earlier, always turn into natural invites. Always. I guess I shouldn't say always. And sometimes you say, thank you so much for your love and support. Oh my God, whatever. And then they're like, you're welcome. And if they say you're welcome like that, they're not your people. You're like, but a lot of times they're like, oh my God, yeah, you're so motivating. I wish I could do what you do. What do you mean you wish you could do what I do? I didn't know anything about this. Let me pop you in this sneak peek really quick. That is so simple. You are so my people. Let me just pop you in here. Check it out. No, I'll check back with you in a couple of days, see if it's for you. Oh my God, I wish I could work out. I just don't have time. Are you serious? I only work out for 20 minutes a day. You have to try this, girl. You gotta love my challenge group. The girls in there, whatever. That is all just natural. Also, the rest of the group, the randoms, they usually turn into natural invites. Since you waited a whole day to write them back, you're going to be like, this is what I do. It's kind of like a mind game. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It took me forever to get back to you. I've been crazy getting my challengers ready for our group. I've been making meal plans and shit. So sorry. How are you? Oh my God, meal plans for a challenge group? What are you talking about? Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't tell you about it. Let me tell you about it, whatever, and then tell them about it. Tell them how you're so sore and, you're so excited, or whatever you want to say. Just, I always am like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been getting my coaches ready for this new training. It's been so busy, but I love it. And they're like, for what training? Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't tell you about it. Girl, I'm probably going to sneak peek like quick, see if it's something for you. And then I have an awesome, another type of invite. Do you know how a lot of my coaches are like, well, I already thanked them one time. And I'm like, okay, well, that's perfect, because this is my favorite type of invite, is when you already thank them. You still write their name down because they liked your stuff, and you want them to be on your team or help them with their health and fitness. Guys, don't write down everyone. Only write down the people that you want on your team or you want to help with their health and fitness. Here we go. Losing it here. The number 2, thank you. So this is what you do. And this is when you don't listen to Gangster Rap. You listen to Adele. And you make up a script for this thank you. I made up an awesome one, and it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm trying to sell this person. I honestly really wanted to help this person, and I was listening to The Dog Days Are Over, Pandora, and Adele was on. So it came from the heart, and I was just like, hey, I see you giving me all the love. I'm not this person, but I have to ask you, are you interested in what I do? I just know how much it changed my life. I went from working 19 hours a day to living my dream life. And I just don't want to keep that trapped in my mouth, because you never know who will take this and run with it and change their whole life and their whole family's life. Let me know if you're interested. I have this sneak peek that you can check out. That is not gross at all. Do you know how many times I've sent that to people that continue to like my stuff? And then they're like, oh my God, girl, I just got fired from my job, and I was trying to figure out where I was going in life. Oh my God, I just got laid off. You literally came out of nowhere and just saved my life. This happened to 2 girls, 2 of my brand new dream coaches. I just signed up because of that. Actually, 3. So those number 2 thank yous are everything. I love those. All right. Now, guys, like I said, this will not work unless you post like a boss. So stop posting to post, because you're supposed to post 3 to 5 times a day. That's kind of pointless. I always say done is better than perfect, but no. Stop sharing old photos or whatever, unless you're going to tell a story with it on how you used to be and how you are now. Stop sharing, other people's stuff. It's just stop. This is a business now. It's I always think of my Facebook like an open sneak peek. Sneak peeks don't involve friggin' stupid shit. I'm sorry. But now, the whole posting thing, look at my Facebook if you want. Just understand this. Being motivational is awesome. But being just motivational is not going to get you paid. You need to post and let them know that you can help them. So look at my page. I don't just say, oh my God, you can join my sneak peek. I always am sharing with this story first. And I always let them know with my heart that I can help them no matter what, health, fitness, or business. I hype up, like I said, those sneak peeks, these trainings, my challenge groups. I always letting them know I can help no matter what. And I don't just, you have to post a little bit about yourself first. Otherwise, it's just gross. Couple more ways to invite, and then I'm done. So you can message your followers on Instagram, they're following you for a reason. You say, hey girl, I saw that you were following me. I love when girls follow me, because so many guys do, and it's kind of gross. Sorry if you're a guy, this is just how I talk. So it's love it. Are you on your own health and fitness journey as well? Hashtag tell me your life. Your dream people, if they love pizza, I mean, this is just me, love pizza and also, you know, like to work out sometimes, I'm going to be like, oh my God, girl, you are so my people. I need to add you to the sneak peek really quick. You are so perfect. And then if you don't have to add them, you can at least give them the link to add so they can add themselves. And then another thing is when you find somebody that's awesome, that's like posting like a coach, but you know for a fact they're not, you just message them and say, hey girl, I keep scrolling. I always stop at your stuff. I keep thinking that you're one of my coaches. Are you a coach too? ? And you're like, no, what are you a coach? For what? Oh my God, for what? Let me show you something. Let me pop you in the sneak peek really quick. It'll be perfect in there. I honestly think it's perfect for you. Check it out. I'll check back with you in a couple days. I love doing that one. And then I think that is it. Guys, I just want you to remember that you can be whoever you want to be behind a computer. You can be your true self. I never, had a job or even thought a job would ever exist where you can actually just be yourself and people will love you for you. So blast whatever makes your attitude come out and have fun with it. Stop oh my God, you have to message people. Oh my God, I can't. I have to go for a walk and walk my dogs. Oh my God, I got to go to Marshall's and buy that shirt. Set a timer for 20 minutes and have fun. Don't be a bitch. That is it.
All right. How awesome is she? So cool, right? So easy. We overcomplicate it, and I feel like that's where people get stuck. So I want to know who has watched these videos, what your plan of action is, what you took away from them, and anything that really helped you. Share it below and let me know your thoughts. I want to talk about this. And then I will be doing the same thing next week, recording all the videos, sharing it for you guys, and we will discuss it on the team calls. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have an awesome day.